View the sexy photos from Hailey Bieber's cheeky bedroom photo shoot. Even though summer has ended, Hailey Bieber is still very much in the spotlight. The 28-year-old founder of Rhode Beauty showcased her best features in a series of Instagram photos on Tuesday, October 7th, while teasing her brand's Peptide Eye Prep, which the company claims can brighten and depuff under the eyes and lessen the appearance of dark circles and fine lines. The woman was shown in the first picture resting her head on a black cushion while laying in a bed in a poorly lit room. The word Rhode was written in glossy, elevated letters in lowercase. Bieber wore no makeup for a natural, seductive look, and his bra and underwear matched the black cushion. In a slightly sexier second picture, Hailey leaned against garment racks in what seemed like a closet and cheekily posed with her rear end of the camera. A second close-up of her face followed, this time revealing the black Rhode pillow, her tattoo, and her skin glistening. Bieber shared what may be her most intimate image to date, adding another photograph of herself standing. Bieber posted a picture of herself in bed once more, this time taking off a pair of the Peptide Eye Prep patches, to cap out the Instagram carousel. In 2018, Bieber married Justin, who expressed his gratitude by uploading one of her sly photos to his Instagram story. He set Boss Man Glow Shake Dat A twerk song as the background music for the picture. The 31-year-old singer of Speed Demon posted a carousel of pictures of himself and Hailey showing off their PDA at a house in the Empire Polo Club in Indio, California, late last month. The Daisy's singer opened the romantic photo shoot with a photo of him and his wife kissing in a private pool. With her arms resting on its wall and their lips locked in a smile, Justin leaned in, creating a water-level separation between them. Additional pictures of them together in the pool included several of them laughing. Justin shared a photo of himself carrying the couple's 13-month-old son Jack Blues outside before the photos finished. To hide his son's identity from the public, he used a pizza emoji rather than revealing the toddler's face. Bieber and Justin commemorated their 7th wedding anniversary earlier in September. According to a source who spoke to people at the time, overcoming their challenges improved their relationship. They had challenges like anyone else, but they always come back to the same thing. They truly believe they are soulmates, according to a source. Becoming parents has only deepened their bond. Jack is the center of everything for them, said the source. At the moment, Hailey and Justin are both doing really well. She is breaking beauty records. He is at the top of the charts, and they recently celebrated their wedding anniversary. The deeper meaning of Hailey Bieber's most recent photo shoot reaches far beyond the soft light of the bedroom or the shimmer of her skin. It represents a larger meditation on identity, transformation, and a constant tug-of-war between personal authenticity and digital perception. What we see in those images is not just a woman promoting a beauty product. We are witnessing the crystallization of an entire philosophy of self-presentation in the 21st century. The line between who Hailey Bieber is and who she performs has become almost imperceptible, and yet that blurred space is precisely where her strength lies. Hailey has learned that in a world flooded with images, what truly captures attention is not excess but essence. Every photograph she shares carries the weight of intention. There are no accidental angles, no unconsidered gestures. She has become fluent in the language of subtlety, crafting moments that feel effortless but are, in reality, the product of immense care and understanding. The glow on her skin, the curve of her posture, the restrained color palette. All of it speaks of control, of a woman who knows the currency of her own image and spends it wisely. In that control lies a paradox. To appear natural requires artifice. To look candid requires choreography. Hailey embodies this contradiction without apology. The bedroom photo shoot, with its soft shadows and quiet sensuality, functions as both an invitation and a boundary. It invites us into what feels like her private world, yet the precision of the composition reminds us that this is a stage of her own making. She lets us look, but only on her terms. That delicate management of access, how much to reveal, how much to conceal, defines the new era of celebrity intimacy. Hailey's mastery of this digital dance is perhaps what separates her from many of her contemporaries. While others overshare, she curates. While others dramatize, she distills. The effect is hypnotic, a calm presence in a noisy culture. In an environment that rewards outrage and virality, her steadiness becomes radical. She turns minimalism into rebellion, vulnerability into architecture. The more the world clamors for spectacle, the more she chooses stillness, and that stillness, paradoxically, becomes a spectacle itself. Her evolution into motherhood only intensifies this aura of depth. The quiet confidence radiating from her recent work feels rooted in something new, a serenity that seems to arise not from fame, but from fulfillment. There is an almost sacred energy in the way she carries herself now, as though she has stepped into a different rhythm of being. Motherhood, marriage, and entrepreneurship have fused into a single, balanced identity. She no longer performs youth. She embodies womanhood in all its layers, sensual, resilient, creative, and grounded. This transformation also mirrors the public's changing relationship with celebrity culture. The audience no longer desires unreachable icons frozen in perfection. We crave dimensionality, the coexistence of strength and softness. Hailey's photoshoot delivers precisely that duality. Her gaze into the camera does not plead for approval. It asserts self-knowledge. She is not performing beauty for validation. She is documenting it as a fact of her being. That subtle shift, from wanting to be seen to choosing to be seen, marks the difference between object and author. Hailey is clearly the latter. What makes her story compelling is how gracefully she has navigated the scrutiny that comes with her last name. For years, she existed under the shadow of both her husband's colossal fame and the unforgiving comparisons drawn by online commentators. Yet, instead of reacting defensively or retreating from visibility, she redirected that energy into creation. Rhode Beauty is more than a brand. It is her answer to the question of who Hailey Bieber is when the noise fades. Through Rhode, she has built not just a business, but a sanctuary, a visual and emotional space where simplicity reigns and calm becomes aspirational. The bedroom photo shoot embodies that ethos. The dim light, the black cushion, the natural complexion. Everything whispers of ease, balance, and self-care. The viewer doesn't simply see a model, they feel an atmosphere. It's a masterstroke of brand communication. To sell not a product, but a mood. And that mood, gentle confidence wrapped in quiet seduction, is exactly what defines a Rhode aesthetic. The response from Justin Bieber adds yet another dimension to this tableau. His playful repost of her image with the mischievous soundtrack transforms what could have been a solitary brand moment into a shared love story. It's affectionate, humorous, and refreshingly human. It dismantles the myth that professional ambition and romantic intimacy cannot coexist. Instead, the Biebers demonstrate how mutual admiration can amplify both. Their digital interactions are not just displays of affection. They are performances of partnership, a modern love language conducted in pixels and sound bites. But behind the public display lies something deeper. The way Justin shields their son's face with an emoji speaks volumes about the maturity of their choices. It signals a boundary drawn with care, an assertion that not every aspect of their lives must be consumed by the world. In an age where oversharing is a form of currency, that act of protection becomes quietly revolutionary. It reminds their followers that privacy, once surrendered, can never be reclaimed, and that the most sacred parts of life are often the unseen ones. Hailey's journey has always been defined by balance between exposure and privacy, elegance and relatability, glamour and groundedness. The bedroom photo shoot distills this balance into a single series of images. Each frame seems to say, I am here, I am confident, I am unafraid of being soft. That message resonates powerfully with a generation that often confuses strength with hardness. Hailey offers an alternative. Strength as composure, allure as calm, beauty as authenticity. There is also a subtle cultural message embedded in the way she presents herself. Her imagery rejects the outdated dichotomy between good girl and sexy woman. She proves that one can be both ethical and alluring, maternal and magnetic, ambitious and tender. This redefinition of feminine identity is not new, but Hailey's articulation of it feels distinctly contemporary. She channels empowerment not through aggression but through serenity, not by challenging beauty standards overtly, but by embodying them on her own terms. The power of her latest photo shoot lies in its emotional realism. It captures not the fantasy of perfection, but the poetry of presence. The slightly tousled hair, the softness around the eyes, the relaxed body language, all contribute to an image of womanhood that feels attainable yet elevated. It's a visual affirmation that self-care is not indulgence but integrity. In every photo, Hailey seems to be whispering the same truth. Beauty begins where self-acceptance lives. That truth has global resonance, particularly among young women navigating the pressures of online visibility. In a digital world saturated with comparison, Hailey's approach offers relief. She doesn't preach self-love as a slogan. She demonstrates it as a quiet practice. By showing up as herself, unfiltered yet polished, she gives permission to others to do the same. The bedroom becomes a metaphor not for seduction, but for sanctuary, a place where authenticity is allowed to breathe. The continued success of Rhode Beauty is therefore not just a testament to clever marketing or celebrity power. It's evidence of emotional intelligence. Hailey understands the psychology of her audience. She knows that in 2025, consumers don't just buy skincare, they buy stories, feelings, and values. Every Rhode product carries with the emotional promise of calm, clarity, and self-respect. Her photos, far from being vanity projects, serve as a visual language of that promise. The convergence of her personal and professional narratives is also redefining what celebrity entrepreneurship looks like. She has dismantled the notion that business must be impersonal or purely transactional. In Hailey's world, commerce and compassion coexist. Each launch, each campaign, feels like an offering rather than an advertisement. She speaks to her audience not as a salesperson but as a guide, a woman inviting others to share in a lesson she's learned about beauty, self-trust, and resilience. Her marriage, too, has matured alongside this evolution. The public once speculated endlessly about the Bieber's stability, dissecting every expression, every gesture. But over time, the noise has softened, replaced by a quiet respect for how they've chosen to grow together. Their 7th anniversary marks more than just time passed. It marks endurance, adaptation, and renewal. They've turned the trials of early fame into wisdom, transforming instability into intimacy. Hailey's serene confidence feels, in many ways, like the natural consequence of that emotional labor. From a cultural standpoint, her story encapsulates the spirit of a generation learning to balance visibility with vulnerability. The digital age demands that we share constantly, but it also punishes us for showing too much. Hailey navigates that contradiction with rare precision. She understands that the secret to longevity and fame is not constant reinvention, but consistent authenticity. The world may evolve, trends may shift, but truth in self-presentation never expires. It's worth noting how the visual vocabulary of her photos aligns with the aesthetic of the moment. The use of dim light, monochrome tones, and tactile textures evokes what critics now call quiet luxury, a cultural backlash against over-designed opulence. In that sense, Hailey's photoshoot doesn't just capture her beauty. It captures the zeitgeist. She becomes a human embodiment of a movement that values refinement over flash, emotion over exhibition. At the heart of all this lies an emotional undercurrent that is easy to overlook amid the glamour: gratitude. Every image, every caption, every project radiates a sense of thankfulness for her career, her family, her creative team, and her audience. Gratitude has become a silent motif in her narrative, one that grounds her even as she ascends higher into cultural relevance. It is perhaps this humility, more than her looks or fame, that makes her so magnetic. When future generations study the evolution of celebrity culture in the 2020s, Hailey Bieber's career will likely serve as a case study in reinvention through restraint. She has shown that the most powerful statement a woman can make in a hypervisible world is not to shout, but to shine quietly. The bedroom photo shoot, for all its sensual charm, is ultimately an act of self-definition, a declaration that she will decide what intimacy looks like, what beauty feels like, and what success means on her own terms. In a society obsessed with instant validation, Hailey plays a long game. She invests in longevity, not virality, credibility, not controversy. Each year, her presence becomes less about trend and more about timelessness. She belongs to that rare class of celebrities who age not by fading but by deepening, each chapter richer, each image more resonant. What emerges, finally, is not just a portrait of Hailey Bieber, but a reflection of the culture that made her. She mirrors our collective yearning for calm amidst chaos, connection amidst commodification. Her photos soothe because they slow time down. They remind us that beauty, when stripped of noise, still possesses the power to move, to heal, to inspire. And so, the conclusion to this moment is not simply that Hailey Bieber looked stunning in a bedroom photo shoot, though she did. It is that she transformed that moment into art, into commerce, into a statement about who we are and what we value. She proved that sensuality need not be loud to be powerful, that branding can coexist with sincerity, that a woman can inhabit her body and her business with equal grace. Hailey Bieber's legacy will not be written only in magazine spreads or Instagram posts. It will live in the quiet confidence of a generation of women who learned, through her example, that authenticity is the ultimate luxury. She stands as a reminder that the most captivating images are not those that reveal everything, but those that leave space for mystery, imagination, and emotion. In the end, her greatest success may not be road sales figures or her social media reach. It may be the fact that she has managed to remain human within a machine designed to consume humanity, that she has found a way to be luminous without burning out, intimate without being exposed, admired without being objectified. Hailey Bieber has not just mastered the art of visibility. She has rewritten it. In the soft glow of her bedroom light, she reminds us that beauty, when anchored in truth, is the most enduring kind of power. And in that quiet, graceful assertion of self, she invites the world to slow down, to breathe, and to really see the difference between appearance and presence.